We have almost finished our second day here at the Kentucky United Nations Assembly. Throughout these 2 days, we have opened our eyes, our minds, and our hearts to new cultures and witnessed issues we did not even comprehend at the beginning of this journey. We have done these things because we have allowed ourselves to look beyond the who's and the what's. We know the answer to those questions. We have opened ourselves up and have begun to look for the whys and the hows. You have become exposed to just a few of the many facets of what it means to be curious. Keep in mind that curiosity extends far beyond the hundreds of questions that pop into our minds every day. Curiosity causes us to ask questions, but more than that, it pushes us to find answers. Over these next few minutes, you will find that in many stories, the impetus for change was not bravery, despair, or anger, but it was the burning curiosity to do more, to see more, to become more. When you allow yourself to be moved by your innate curiosity, that is only the beginning of the places you'll go.
Photographer Peter Hugo traveled to southern Rwanda to stage a tableau series, capturing images of Hutus forgiven by the Tutsi survivor he had wronged. These Tutsis were raped, lost children, and watched their entire families murdered in the genocide. Yet, they agreed to be a part of the Rwandan path to forgiveness. The Rwandans photographed in Hugo's project are a part of the Association Modeste et Innocent, a mission for the reconciliation among Hutus and Tutsis. This involves long-term counseling and intervention, ending in a Tutsi's choice to forgive the Hutu perpetrator. The photo series captures the unique path of reconciliation taken in Rwanda. While forgiveness is, of course, not mandatory, its healing effects on the country are clear. The courage to completely change a historical social dynamic reveals the power of a humanitarian grassroots movement that transcends the status quo of modern efficiency. Rwanda knew that in her peace, she could become more.
Curiosity in these great United States. For me, not much else comes to the forefront when recalling that idea, except for two people, Meriwether Lewis and William Clark. The expeditions of the two men literally shaped our nation as we know today, but it doesn't stop there. The most innovative and creative minds of intelligence always held a sense of adventure and inquisitiveness. Did Albert Einstein stop when the science became tough? Did Rosa Parks find satisfaction in being told to move from her seat on the bus? What if George Washington had lost his inspiration to lead a new nation, one dependent from the motherland? Where would we be? The answers may be unknown, but their inquiring motives are clearly present. Complacency was never a thought for the notable figures mentioned above, and it should not be a thought for any of the inspiring people that are in this room right now, each and every one of you. Find a way, keep pursuing, until the wonder becomes you.
In every age, no matter how cruel the oppression carried on by those in power, there have been those who struggled for a different world. I believe this is the genius of humankind, the thing that makes us have to find. The fact that some human beings can envision a world that has never existed. These words of Anne Braden echo through each generation, sparking a flame of hope and change. Born in Louisville in 1924, Braden was an activist for the majority of her life and fought for anything that she truly believed in. She fought for the equal rights of African Americans all throughout the South, especially when segregation was most prominent. She almost single-handedly started the civil rights movement in Kentucky and brought together people from all over the South to fight for one movement. Having the unique position as a Southern white woman, it led her to be able to sway many others to fight for her cause. Though many took part in the civil rights movement, she had the curiosity to wonder, what more could I do? Braden continued to fight for the rights of others throughout her entire life, addressing issues such as women's rights, police brutality, and LGBTQ rights. She died on March 6, 2006 in Louisville. Anne Braden had the curiosity to go against the grain and wonder, how can I change the world? So I urge you to envision a world that has never existed and have the curiosity to make a reality.
Piglet once asked Winnie the Pooh, how do you spell love? And Pooh Bear answered, you don't spell it, you feel it. Our CEO, Beth Malcolm, served as an addictions counselor in Indianapolis before she turned to Louisville to work for the Kentucky YMCA. During her time as a counselor, she noticed a pattern of misguided youth leading to misguided lives. She wondered what impact she could have if she embarked on a journey to help young people find purpose in the same way that she found her own, the why. This curiosity sprouted the bravery to change career paths and the ambition to become the first female CEO of a 126-year-old organization. Once asked what piece of advice that she cherishes, she shared a story of the first time she went driving. It was pouring down rain and she was terrified, and her mother told her, if one goes slowly, one will eventually get to where one is going. This advice has driven her life ever since. It teaches her to never dilute her curiosity for a time's sake. Embrace each opportunity. Her path may be longer, but the scenic route usually is. If you live this way, you might accidentally find yourself the CEO of the organization that built you. And when someone asks you how to spell curiosity, you'll just answer, you don't spell it, you feel it.
Curiosity. When most people hear this word, they think of it as nothing more than asking a question. But these stories that you just heard are all perfect examples of it. Curiosity means pushing yourself to try new things. Curiosity means asking questions that everyone else is afraid to. Curiosity means a challenge. Curiosity means discovery. Curiosity means leadership and bravery. The amazing thing about this trait is that there is always an opportunity to express it. It may be on the global scale, asking the difficult questions about the state of our world, or it may be in a solitary moment, when you challenge yourself to learn more, or you push yourself out of your comfort zone. Curiosity isn't easy. It requires you to not only question the world, but to question yourself and your beliefs. It requires you to be empathetic and to put yourself in the shoes of someone else. It requires you to wonder about things outside of your own experiences. So accept that challenge, because if you're ever in a situation where you don't feel like there's a question to be asked or a challenge to be accepted, then you're in the wrong place.